Hey guys, as you can probably notice, I'm in my can't sit up pose. I'm incredibly fatigued today. Don't know why. Maybe it's because I got finished with my oral antibiotics. But today, March 30th, is a special day. It is World Bipolar Day. And I had made a post on Facebook about it and wrote this whole thing. And I can usually get my thoughts out more clear if I write them down. So if I sound a little bit robotic, it's because I'm reading from text. But this says everything I want to say about it. And if you follow my channel, you know that I have bipolar 1 and I have quite a few videos on my experience with that. And so what I wrote was I want to use this opportunity to spread facts and awareness about one of the battles I've faced every day in my life. The general public witness and probably experience anxiety and depression regularly, but disorders like bipolar tend to be demonized and dismissed. Bipolar depression was once called manic depression due to the presence of classical depression, accompanied by mood swings of high energy, the facade of invincibility, delusions, reckless behavior called mania, coupled with depression that exceeds the normal severity of unipolar depression. There's bipolar 1, which is what I have and what I'm mostly referring to in this post. And there's bipolar 2, which I don't want to say less severe in an offensive way, but rather than experiencing mania, you experience hypomania, which is just a lesser degree. Um, they have equal experiences of depression, though, that usually last longer. And these episodes alternate a few times a year and often follow each other. Like if you have a manic episode, then you're going to swing directly into a depressive episode most of the time. And mania is the complete opposite of depression, but it isn't all fun and games like the comparison would imply. Mania often causes irritability, paranoia, frustration, rage, and distrust. Some people refer to being manic as being similar to being on drugs. These periods of mania can last anywhere from a day to a few weeks, and sometimes results in being arrested or in hospitalization. In some cases, if severe enough or left untreated, mania can lead to psychosis, which includes hallucinations and even blackouts. I am sure most people have a grasp on what depression is, but bipolar depression tends to be a lot more severe. As high as bipolar folk get during mania, their lows go just as low. And the depression leaves you unable to leave your bed for weeks. It stops you from showering. It causes you to forget to eat or to overeat, and sometimes results in suicide attempts, or hospitalization to prevent suicide. There's also a term called mixed state that means when someone is experiencing symptoms of both mania and depression at the same time, which can be catastrophic even though most in a mixed state appear to function just fine. Having bipolar disorder and experiencing these extreme highs and lows can create a lot of stress and anxiety for the sufferer, and stress can in turn induce an episode. It's an endless cycle. But the most important part is that bipolar folks can live full, normal, happy lives. However, some can't, and we still have to love and accept them too. And then I go into talking about medication and pills, which I have gone over many, many, many times. You know, I take a bunch of psych meds, so I'll just leave it at that. And I talked about being hospitalized, which I have another video on my channel, so I'm going to skip that. And then I close it with I'm not ashamed to say I'm bipolar publicly, and I'm not ashamed of myself for being bipolar. It's not a choice that I made, it's an inconvenience I was presented with that I've learned to manage and cope with. I want to educate as much as possible so the public knows that bipolar people are all around you, and they aren't as scary and neurotic as they make them look in movies and TV. Sure, when I'm manic, sometimes I do nothing but refurbish furniture. Sorry, I had one of my moments. Refurbish furniture, or buy 6 identical sweaters to cut up and redesign in different ways. On occasion, I'm convinced the government is stalking me. When I'm depressed, I have to be reminded to shower. But I'm still me, underneath. Some people go the opposite direction and even romanticize the illness. I'm sure you've heard the term manic pixie dream girl. You know, the wild, adventurous girl that teaches the boy how to live wonderfully, and then when she's made him whole again, he sees her faults and begins to hate her. Quit that shit. So there's my 2 cents for World Bipolar Day. Short, sweet, to the point, just something I put together. Thanks for watching.